Okay, hello everyone. I'm just coming to you today just to give you a quick check-in of what's going on with these locks. I haven't been here in a while, and I haven't did my 3-year update yet, and I'm actually hit 3 years in July, so this is September, and on the 12th of September I actually hit 38 months. So I said, you know what, while I'm feeling like it and I'm looking halfway decent, let me get up and get myself into getting an update out. As you can see right now, I'm rocking kind of a sort of a braid out. I put the braids in yesterday and took them out today. Usually it's a little bit more curlier when I leave it in longer, but I went to church this morning, so I wanted to take it out and wear it out for church. So I said, let me, jump on here real quick and do a quick update. First things first, as you can see, it's growing. It's getting fuller. I love it here in this space with my hair. There's nothing I would change about it. It's a simpler lifestyle. It's just, it's everything. I wish I'd done this years ago. I always say that to y'all, but I really wish I would have done it. I mean, somebody even suggested I do it years ago, and I was like, no, I'm not getting locks. Like, who wants to be stuck with just one hairstyle? Because that's the misconception. That is the misconception. Because, like, as you see, I got it in a braid out today, and it's all flipped over to the side. But because I got microlocks, and most people with microlocks or even sister locks, they choose that type of lock so that it's a little bit more, it's versatile. It's just as versatile as loose hair. And I'm not saying that you can't do much with thicker locks or traditional locks. You can. It's just you tap into your own creativity. I mean, I didn't go with the traditional locks because I wanted to also be able to be able to interlock my locks and have them a certain size to be able to withstand that too, because I like to work out. I like to travel. I get in water. It's a lot of, and I sweat. I'm a sweater when I work out. So, and that's a big thing for me because I don't want to do a retwist and then sweat that out. So interlocking, I don't have to worry about it. So, and I interlock every 2 months. So that's not a problem for me. Yeah, it may take me about 10 hours now, 8 to 10 hours now. It used to take me 12 hours when I first started, but your girl got better. Even though it's longer hair, it's still the same amount of locks. And then I think, too, I don't have to do as much fixing of my parts and stuff because, number one, I'm not a stickler for straight parts like I used to be. That's number one. And number two, as the locks mature, they grow more into the lock itself versus outside the lock, and I got to put hair back in it. Not to say that I don't have to sometimes. I still do sometimes, but not as many, not all the locks. Before, every lock used to have to get fixed, but now it's just some of them, mostly in the back, because if I'm laying on the back of my head, that'll move the hair around back there and interlock it with each other. I do sleep with a bonnet. And I do sleep on a satin pillowcase because there's mornings I've waken up and my bonnet is off. I don't think it's because I sleep well. I think just sometimes I get hot and I probably pull it off my own head in the middle of the night. So that's why I have the satin pillowcases, so that when that happens, I'm still okay. I still don't have much of an issue with lint, and I'll do a 360 so you guys can see what that looks like in the back. About 3.5 weeks post retie. What else I wanted to tell you? 3.5 weeks post retie. I again every 2 months, 8 weeks or so, I'll retie my hair. I would like to go to 9 to 10 weeks and to retie it, but around 8 weeks, there's always something coming up, and I'd be like, okay, let me retie it real quick. So, and it's not that I don't mind. I don't mind the thick roots. Hold on one second, guys. Okay, like I was saying, I don't mind the thick roots. In fact, around the 4th to 5th week of post-retire is when I really, really like my roots because they're nice and thick and you can't see my parts. And so it's not that saying that I don't mind the thick roots is an understatement, because I love when my roots are thick. However, I know that in order for me to maintain my hair in a healthy fashion, I do have to do the reties. I can't not do it. Then I'll be freeform, and then I don't want to. You can't. Well, I can't say you can't, because some people probably do it. I don't know, but for me, I can't freestyle with microlocs, and then when I want to style it a certain way, I won't be able to do that, because then won't be as versatile. It won't be as easy for me to separate the locks from each other in order for me to do, whether it be that flip over, or whether it be a style for me to put it up, or what have you. Do I do a lot of styling? Not really. Right now, I like the middle part too now. Before I used to like my middle part, because I always thought my hair was too flat for it. But as it's growing out and getting longer and fuller, it's a vibe. I like it like that. But going over to my right side is still my go-to, because I don't know why, but I always loved it to the right like that. And I know some people say sometimes you can wear it to the left so that you're not weighing your hair down a certain way. I don't know if that does affect your hair or your locks in any way. I don't know. It hasn't seemed to affect mine, because honestly, that's my go-to when I'm wearing it down. Is over to the right. But again, like this is a vibe, and I'm getting a little bit. I'm liking it more and more as my locks grow out. I put it during the day. It's up, especially if I'm working out. I work from home, so sometimes when I take my breaks, I'll just get on my treadmill. I go to Bible study, so sometimes when I'm doing my reading for my Bible study, I'll get on my treadmill and do an audible. And again, so then my hair is put up into like a loose ponytail, something like that, so that when I'm sweating, it's not, when I'm working out, it's not all on me, sticking down because I'm sweating or whatever, or making me sweat even more because my hair is down. What else? I still wash it maybe every 2 weeks. About every 2 weeks, no more than 3 weeks. I go back and forth between a clarifying shampoo and a moisturizing shampoo. I still don't use conditioner, but I do a spray of leave-in conditioner, and even that I mix with rose water, so I thin that out a little bit more, shake it up, and I spray that in my hair. I have essential oils in that, and then I also have a different bottle without the leave-in conditioning. It's rose water, and it's aloe vera gel in there, and it's some more essential oils. So I have 2 different spray bottles with 2 different mixtures. What else? I oil my scalp. I still make my own oil. I infuse it with Ayurvedic powders, and I let that sit for a couple weeks, and then I put it in another, a little bottle that I can dispense the oil on my scalp. So I still make my Ayurvedic oils. What else? Every now and then I will dye my hair black, because if you follow me for a while, I've had it red, and then it turned down to like this copper color. Even on film right now, it looks black, but it's not. The colors come back. The black has washed out. I don't know if you can see that. Let me see if I can get some more lighting over here. I don't know if you can see that, but it's more reddish on the ends than black. And I was debating, because the last time I did it was like in July, but then in August I went on a cruise, and I was in the water, in the ocean, salt water, and by the time I came back, that black was starting to come out already. And then when I washed it, of course, me washing everything out my hair, I started fading a little bit more, but I don't want to go right back in there with the black color, so I'm probably wait a couple months. Right now it doesn't bother me too much, but I like it when it's black, because it just pops a little bit more. That's my opinion. So let me get ready to do this 360 for you guys, so you can see what it looks like. Okay, so I'm going to turn around here. This is my right side. I'm on a little stool, so I won't fall off it. This is my back. And I still got that one lock. Can you feel it? That's my longest lock. I know that's not good. Well, you could probably see it there, though. It's that one lock that's longer than everybody else's. Every other lock in my head, not everybody else's. And then let's go to this side. And it's funny because I say I got that one lock in the back that's the longest. Yeah, I can see it right there. That one. That's the longest in the back. But I think the longest lock in my head, period, like if I took a measuring tape to it, which I did, it's going to be this lock right here. This lock. Is that it? Wait a minute. I might be wrong. I'm lying. Sorry. Let me see. There it goes. That lock right here. It's bumpy, it's lumpy, but it is the longest. When I pull it down, it reaches the top of my boob. But everybody, even the lock on my right here, down by my temple, it doesn't even come down as long as that. It comes right here. While this one, see, it surpasses it. That's the temple lock. But that one is still longer. That's the longest lock in my head. And I don't know why that one goes so fast. And it probably was one of the shorter ones when I first started. In fact, if I remember, that was one of mine. This is the one that's pretty long too, on that temple. But this is another long one. It's like my edges grow so fast. So much faster than the rest of it. But you know what? It's weird like that. Because some people's, you know, in the back it grows faster. On the sides, my top grows the slowest. I can tell you that right now. Let's see. The top of my, look at that. It grows the slowest. But it grows in layers, so it frames my face. You see that kind of how it frames my face? Because it actually, my hair actually grows in layers, and that's just how it's growing out my scalp for some reason. But I don't mind it because I like it. It looks nice. Always looks nice. That's what I love about locks. So if you are on the fence thinking about locks, just know that it's one of the best decisions you will ever make with your hair if you decide to get it. But do know this, that first year is going to try you. It's going to try you. Don't get me wrong, I love my locks in every stage, from the beginning to the end. I never put styles over it, never put a wig over it. It was just never a point where I looked at it and said, no, I can't go outside like this. I always did love my locks. But then, you know, when you're a year in, 6 months in or so to a year, you're always wondering what it's going to look like when it's finally developed, when it finally arrives. And it takes time because your hair is going to shrink before it grows. You could start off with a length right here. Your hair will shrink up way above your ears, especially if you got 4C hair. Your hair will be right back here. You'll be like, I started with shoulder length hair. The process of locking is that your hair has to shrink up and turn into each other. The strands of your hair starts to intertwine and lock. And in doing so, your hair shrinks. And with that being said, it takes a while before the growth to start showing. Your hair is still going to grow, but as it grows, it's going to be forming that lock. So it's different depending on your hair texture. So it's different for every head. It's different. It's different between on your thickness, your hair texture, and just how your hair grows. So don't compare it to anybody else's hair, anybody else's locks. You know, you'll look at somebody's lock hair and say, "Oh, I got the same type of hair as she got," but your locks ain't gonna do the same thing. Every lock is different. Some of my locks are different in my head because I think I got and I didn't know this before. I just always thought I got 4C hair. I think I may have a little bit of 4B back here somewhere because to me it tangles a little bit more as far as it's a looser texture, but it's harder to stay in that lock. Like I said, my locks are starting to grow. My hair is starting to grow into my locks, and I think that's more of the 4C hair. But the looser texture, I think I have a little bit more of the entanglements back there because it's looser. It's not locking as fast. What else can I tell you? Other than that, I don't think it's much else. It's not going to change that much more other than that it's just going to grow. It's still getting fuller to me. I'm not sure how long that's going to be. It's probably because my hair is growing in layers right now too, but once it all kind of catch up, it'll probably drop down a little bit more straighter. It'll probably be a little bit more flatter, but again, with the when I let my roots grow in for like the 2 months, then the hair seems to be bigger too. So that's why I like that stage of it. I love it when I'm not freshly retied. When it's freshly retied, it's not that I don't like it. I just love it better when it's not freshly retied because then my scalp isn't as exposed. The pro about it being freshly retied is that my scalp can breathe. It gets air. If I do a nice style, certain styles where it's up and everything, it looks like it looks neat. It almost kind of looks like braids because it's fresh and your scalp is showing. But when I do a style with my hair and it's the roots are thick, I still like that too because it's like it's my hair, because some people still be ask, is that your hair, or especially when it's freshly retied, people more so ask me, is that my hair? But when it's not freshly retied and they can see my roots, they know, oh, those are locks, and I think that's probably the biggest difference between the two, because when it's freshly retied, you don't know especially if you're not right up on somebody, you don't know if it's braids, extensions with braids, or what so have you. So people will ask, is that your hair? And I am proud to say, yes, it is. Your girl grew this. Oh, what else? It's just, I love it. I love it because it's mine. And again, like, I could look at somebody else's hair and be like, their locks, and be like, oh, their locks are so beautiful, and it is. And that, I used to be like, I hope mine's coming like that. But when mine came, and it came in the way it came in, I loved it. I love it. I no longer look at other people's locks and be like, oh, I wish mine's grow like that, or this, that, and the other. Because first of all, your girlfriend, I do this. I maintain this. So when you see some people with big hair and they have over 400 and 500 and 600 locks, ain't no way in the world I'd be able to do my own hair like that. And people do it. They take their time and they do it. When I retie my hair, I can do it in 1 day if I want to. I can separate it and do it in 2 days if I want to. I got a little bit over 300 locks, and that's my sweet spot. Anything more than that, I probably would be crying if I had to do it, because yes, retying is my day, my time to myself, and I do not complain. I cut on the TV, I veg, I put on some series on. Probably watch the whole daggone series all the way through, all the episodes. And sometimes I have a glass of wine with me. One of my daughters come in, they might cook something, and I take that break and eat or whatever. Or one of them might be like, let's go out to eat. So I put my hat on, or put the hair part up that I haven't finished up, go eat, come back, and get back to my hair. And I get it done. I've never had it done. Anybody else do my hair. I've never been to a salon to get it done. I do it myself, and that's another thing. That's another part of the me loving my hair so much, because I know not only is my hair, I grew it, I also maintain it. And any compliments and stuff that I get, I know that it's, something that I was able to do. I was capable of doing on my own. What else? I've started a couple hairs. I started my daughter's hair. I started my nephew's hair. I started my sister's hair, and her hair is really, really, all of their hair is really, really thriving. My daughter and my nephew, I do maintain theirs. My sister maintains her own. And who else? What else? I started another cousin's hair too. She maintains her own now too. But I did the install. What else I want to say? I think that's about it, guys. I think I've talked long enough. If you have any questions, if I didn't cover anything, let me know. I talked about washing. I talked about maintenance. Installation was 2-strand twists. And that's it. I moisturize daily. I oil my scalp maybe twice a week, 3 times at the most if I feel it needs it. But other than that, not at all. Color, I don't really want to color it no more. I'll put black in it if I have to when it gets to be too reddish for me, because the black is rinsing out. Other than that, it's a free hairstyle really. And when I want to dress it up or dress it down, it can just be just as it is. I don't have to do anything to it unless I want to do it, and that's the best part of this hairstyle. Again, if you have any questions, drop them down below, and I will be sure to answer them. I know it's just been a while since I've did an update, so I said let me get on here today while I have the time. And I thank you guys for rocking with me on this. And yes, this has been a nice, beautiful journey. And 3 years is a long time to be in this game, and I can't wait to see what my next 3 years look like. So year 4, look out. Look, it was a point, a part where I was like, when my hair was up to here, and I was like, yo, when my locks drop down and touch my shoulders, y'all ain't gonna be able to tell me nothing. And I'm there. It's beyond touching my shoulders. It is. It's beyond touching my shoulders. And I remember one day I was just I don't know if I was watching TV or what have you, and I shook my head, and I was like, is that my hair on my back? So I shook it again. I was like, yeah, that's my hair on my back. So now I'm running to the mirror, touching like, oh yes, it is. It's laying on my back now. So it felt good to get to that point. So I've arrived, and I like it here, and I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna wear my locks till the brakes fall off these babies. Yes, indeed. So again, thanks for hanging out with me, and as always, one love.